I don't know. This is a vibe. This darkness, this dark theme. Anyways, I'm literally supposed to be in an art shop looking for art supplies, and I was like, oh, but it's so nice in this car, and yeah, this is a great opportunity to make videos. Why not? Okay, so the topic is going to be overthinking. In previous videos, I have stated that I used to be an excessive overthinker. Now I spend a lot of time just kind of like mindlessly like entering experiences, and it's so fun. You know, I feel like people who overthink, like, they create, again, a lot of problems that don't need to exist. They worry a lot. They're like in a state of paranoia. It's like, oh my God, what if this happens? What if this happens? Should I do this? Should I do that? And then they become very indecisive and they confuse themselves, you know, because they're just totally just overthinking about all these, I don't know, data overload, option overload. For me, I'm just like, whatever, man, I'm just gonna go with the flow. And I think that's the best way to be, honestly. You know, whatever life presents to you in the moment, it is what it is, man. Just deal with it and then move through into the next segment of the timeline. You get what I'm saying? Like, mindlessly do it. Because if you do it in a mindless way, you know, like, you don't have expectations. You just don't have any expectations of how anything is supposed to end up. You know, you just kind of like look at it, deal with it, move on. Look at it, deal with it, move on. Look at it, deal with it, move on. And because you have no attachment or expectations, then you just kind of like flow through everything, and it's really cool. I think when you're mindful, that's when you might hit like mental blockages within yourself that causes chaos, confusion, and indecisiveness. Just keep stepping forward without any expectations. And like, if you do it mindlessly, I notice it's so much funner because you don't really encounter as much problems. Like, say in this moment I encounter like a grumpy person. So in that moment I will deal with the grumpy person however way I deal with that grumpy person, and then the grumpy person will leave, and then I'll go into the next segment of my experience, and it's like continually doing that, you know what I mean? But if you do it, and you, like I said, if you're mindless, then it's fun, you know? There's no restrictions, there's no, you know, just everything just flows, honestly. And I don't think people have been taught that, or they haven't disciplined themselves to enter this mindless state. So that's why they're constantly like, you know, running into issues that are created by self. Where was I going with this? Okay, so I do at times overthink, and what I mean by that is like, I will totally overanalyze things that present themselves in the moment. Like, a really good example, and I thought this was really, I don't know, you might not find it funny, but I thought it was funny. So the other night I went to watch a movie, and before the movie started, there was like advertisements, and there was like previews, like trailers of movies that were upcoming. And dude, I was like hyper-analyzing all the advertisements. I was like hyper-analyzing all the advertisements, and I was like very aware that it was some type of like mental programming, you know, like, oh, like they show like, I don't know, this is pretend this is a Coke bottle. And then they like fully like hyped it up visually, like pouring into the cup, and like it like bubbling, and like, oh yeah, go buy some Coke. And I'm just like, dude, they're totally mentally programming me and trying to like, I guess, direct my choices into like, you know, satiating something within myself so that I can feed the consumerism machine. Dude, that's why I can't. Dude, that's why I spend a lot of time on myself. I can't talk to people like this. They'll probably be like, what the excuse my French, fuck. Like, dude, this, yeah, so like, hyperanalyze, like, advertisements. I'll hyperanalyze people. And not to, like, just to understand them, I guess, you know. It's like, I really enjoy understanding things, and so like I'll hyperanalyze everything about it, and then like I'll come to these conclusions, and a lot of times I can't even share the conclusions with people, and that's why I make videos. I don't even know why I keep laughing. Because listening to myself talk about this is pretty funny. But I mean, you have to understand, you know, what's going on so that you know how to deal with it in the moment. You know what I mean? And then you can make conscious choices and decisions on if you want to participate with that thing or not, you know? Yeah, like a lot of advertisement. That's why like I stopped watching TV, honestly, because I just got to a point where it's just like I totally understood like how these people like stitched something together on a visual, audio, sensory, and mental level to influence your decisions and choices, and to redirect your time and attention towards consuming and investing in their idea or product. And I'm just like, man, this is so stupid. Like, I just can't. And even like, dude, I'll hyperanalyze songs. So like, a lot of time I think for me, silence is what I enjoy, because like for instance, like if I listen to a song, I'll hyperanalyze the lyrics and like, I don't know, the tones and the vibrations that it emits. And then if I look at like advertisements, I totally can see the like how they're trying to subliminally like cast a spell on you to influence how you choose and decide to consume something. I don't know, man. And then yeah, and then people, I like, that's why a lot of times I'll just like sit there and just look at them like this, because I'm totally hyperanalyzing everything that they're doing. And it's funny. I've told, like, me and another friend had this conversation, and like my other friend, he's like pretty smart. Like, I consider him to be very smart as well. But we both admitted that we play stupid on purpose, so people don't like, they don't realize that we're actually smart. Like, I'll play like that. It's weird. So if I'm, a lot of times my neutral state is literally like this, but when I'm out in the public, I do have this like persona that I guess I use to make people feel comfortable and at ease, so I can harmonize the interaction and the environment and the energy. But yeah, I come off as super doofy and super bubbly and super like, I don't know, like people probably think I'm not, they probably think I'm not that smart, honestly. And I like it that way, because if they were to take a walk in my mind, dude, I don't know, I feel like they would just like be like, what the fuck? Like, and then sometimes when I try to talk to people, I want to say, like, again, 80 to 90% of the time when I try to talk to people like deeply about like the things that I like see and the conclusions I've come through after analysis, they just look at me like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And that's why I make these videos. You know, it's my outlet. It's my way to like express myself without putting people in awkward situations and hindering my, or like limiting my self-expression, I suppose. I don't know if I'm making sense at this point, honestly. But if you watch this far, thank you. And if you even like subscribe to my channel, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for listening to me, because I don't know. For most of my life, most people didn't listen to me. So, yeah. This is a really nice space to like interact with people, I suppose, on a virtual level. I hope you are having a beautiful day. Blessings to one and all. Amen.